morning, everybody. It's Shelly. So, Saturday, I did a whole tarot reading, and it only recorded 2 minutes of it because I must have hit my keyboard or something. I got all done with the reading and looked down, and I was like, why isn't this recording? And then realized I had somehow shut off the recording. So, that was Saturday. So, we're starting a new day today. I'm just going to move on to the next card because I don't remember if I already talked about that card. My obstacles are moving out of my way. My path is carved towards greatness. And then it says, write down your top 10 goals complete by the end of the year. To complete by the end of the year. What can you do today to move you closer to your goals? That's interesting because we're so close to the end of the year. So maybe for 2026. I'm not big on New Year's resolutions just because I think that you should be constantly, putting yourself out there to have goals and do better. I think as just a soul on this, in this physical experience, we're all about like doing better, being better, getting better, being happier, experiencing more joy, all that good stuff. I didn't even shuffle them. I'm just going straight for the cut. Let's shuffle a bit and see what happens here. Ooh, just thought we're gonna pull this card out just because it's backwards in the deck. Do I have any more that are backwards? That's weird. Usually pretty good about that. So yeah. Write down your goals and your obstacles are falling out of the way. And so just on a more scientific level of what obstacles are and how our subconscious puts things in the way when we're trying to better ourselves in different ways, those are like safety nets of just like, oh, you can't learn that because all these distractions are going to happen. Like my dog is over here sitting on my shipping table because I put him up there to look out the window. Our new neighbor has a dog. So at any time, he could see that dog and just bark. And I could be like, oh, these videos aren't going to work because my dog keeps barking in the background. Well, I'm sure that lots of you have dogs that bark all the time. So it's like, I'm just not going to use that as an obstacle to not do these videos. So you just kind of either push past them or you have to reprogram yourself to not have those obstacles. And what that means is just feeling more comfortable being who you want to be. Saturday, when I was talking about all the things I was talking about when my recording wasn't going, one of the things was, I think part of the reason that it stopped is because I was putting my cards on my keyboard, and I think there's a button there that I accidentally pushed that stopped the recording. Anyways, oh my god, I just totally lost my train of thought. What I was talking about is how we have the same 24 hours. We all have the same 24 hours. But we also have this system in our head where we only see what we are, who we are. We don't attract what we want, we attract who we are. So if you're a person that's constantly, I give the example of, it's not road rage. I mean, it is inside my own car, but I'm not like flipping people off most of the time. I'm not going after people or anything. You see those extreme road rage, but you know how you're just driving along. I was giving my husband this example. You're driving along on the freeway and somebody lets you in because you need to change lanes or you're getting, you're merging into traffic or whatever, and somebody lets you in and you put your hand out the window and you're like, thanks, or, you give them a little peace sign or whatever, thumbs up. But then, and you're just like, okay, that's over, great, but now look at all these jerks out here. Nobody else is letting anybody in, and why did this guy just cut me off, and this guy just slammed on his brakes, and why is that guy speeding through traffic, and so it's like you recognize what you are. So if you're a person in traffic that's like, geez, I love all these people that let me in. Everybody's just doing great. This guy's keeping distance from me in this rush hour traffic. That makes me feel better. I appreciate that. Oh, look at that guy's racing through traffic. He must be having so much fun. As a person that drives a hot rod, it is fun to weave around in traffic and stuff. I don't do it very often because, number one, I'm afraid I'm going to wreck. And number two, I think it's kind of a jerk move. But some people are really good at it. And, if that's what they're doing and they're having fun, let them have a little fun if they're not being stupid. I mean, the thing is it's not your choice. You can't control them. You can't. Anyways, okay, I'm going to go on with the reading because I'm just going on. I'm just babbling. My point is, you experience who you are. If you're a super negative, bitchy person, you're going to experience other super negative, bitchy people. If you're a grateful, happy person, you're going to experience all the other grateful, happy people that are out there. You're going to recognize that. That's what you're going to zone in on. Are those other people going to be out there? Oh, yeah. But because of who you are and what your beliefs are about the world, that's what you're going to see. So if you believe that the world is just tragic and all the stuff that's going on is horrible, and how can I see people on the internet all the time and they're like, I don't even know how I'm going to live day to day. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, life is amazing, So it's like, what you get what you are. Okay, well, stop with that. I'm going to draw a few cards here. See what we get. Okay, the first one is strength. So for me right now, because what I'm talking about, getting better mentally, getting better mindset-wise, is what I'm going through. I'm doing a lot of meditating. I'm doing a lot of exercises in gratitude, some breathing work, that sort of thing. So for me, the strength is just kind of like willpower. Like, sometimes you just have to stop yourself and go, okay, instead of scrolling right now, I'm going to go in my room and shut the door and lock the world out, and I'm going to do some meditating. And you have to take that time. If you're going to get better, you have to decide that you're going to get better. And you can't let the dog barking, you can't let the car screeching, the sirens, the dryer buzzing, whatever it is, you can't let that distract you. You just have to go, that can all wait. Right now, I'm doing this for me. The next one is the Ace of Swords, which I just love for this because this is about getting your power back. So the Ace is all about new things, and the Swords are all about power. So this is about regaining your power, like regaining your soul energy. That's kind of where I go with that, because we are souls having this human experience so we can expand with more love and gratitude and lessons. All these obstacles that are in our way are lessons to teach us to get through different things and to get through them better and better, instead of being upset, being grateful, So this one's just really good because it's just like, return yourself to your soul. Like, remember who your soul is. Your soul is bigger than this world. It's bigger. It's as big as the universe. You are connected to creation. So this one is just really good because it's the newness of it. Even though you already have it, you reconnect with it. And then the Knight of Cups reversed. So the Knight of Cups, or it's the King of Cups, sorry, not the Knight. It's the King of Cups. So the King of Cups, he's like the father figure. So this just might be for some specific people that are hearing their dad's advice in the back of their head that, you got to work hard for money and you got to be this way and the world is a hard place. And just because it's reversed, it's more kind of like the negative dad, the dad that's, trying to keep you safe by scaring the heck out of you. So it's just like being aware of that, being aware of like, who was that person that put all of this BS in your head and into your subconscious when you were little, that the world's a scary place and you need to be afraid of it. When the world is an amazing place, and it's an amazing place to go experience happiness and joy and other people and fun things. Does that mean that there's no danger? No, it just means that when you get to that place, you can focus on all the greatness. You can still be careful, set up things that make you safe, but still just have a blast. So, and then the last card that I have pulled is the Eight of Cups reversed. So this one is like, kind of like when it's upright, it's about turning your back on everyone, going your own way, doing your own thing. And this one reversed is definitely speaking more to like seek out the advice of the people that you admire and you want to be more like. So if there's, you know, if you have a boss that's just an amazing boss and you're like, can I just like sit down and interview you one day at lunch or after work or something and just find out what your mindset is so I can adopt that? Or if there's somebody you really admire that's, you know, like online or whatever, if they wrote a book or have like a little course or something, or, you know, a set of videos that you can watch that will help you get to that better place. This is about like seeking out other people that you admire. So like I said, when it's upright, it's like taking your own path, leaving all those cups are represent like other people and their opinions and their attachments. So when this is reversed, it's more, and you're walking away from that. When this is reversed, it's more like you're kind of stepping into that, but stepping into the people that that give you inspiration and what can you do to be more like them. So that was a pretty good little reading. Thanks for listening to me babble in the beginning. What is going on with my hair here? I have a cowlick. See my cowlick? And it just goes its own way sometimes. Sometimes I just have to work with it, and other times it goes my way. So anyways, have an amazing Monday. Have a good short week. Most people are going to get like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off, Thursday, Friday, Thursday for Thanksgiving. You know, whatever you believe about Thanksgiving, if you're invited, just go and enjoy yummy food and good company. If you're going into a toxic situation, maybe make a different choice. Maybe do a Friendsgiving and surround yourself with people that bring you more joy than your family. I always say that family is great, but it's also just people that you are born into. So sometimes it's okay to not let those people into your life. Just because they're blood related doesn't mean that they support you. So don't be afraid to just go do your own thing with that. Have a great day. Bye. See you tomorrow. Oh, subscribe, like, comment. Tell me what you're going to try to accomplish by the end of this year. Like, give me some little goals that you're going for. Bye.